Yes. Okay, guys. Okay, what I want you to do is just could you please look on the screen? Are you be able to see my screen? Hello? Yes, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up, please. Okay, so let's continue now working on number two. Okay, if you finish it, that's good. If not, well, we're going to check now your work. Okay, so what I want you to do is check your answer. Okay, so you'll be able to see this, right? I assume yes, right? Okay, so for number two, look on the screen. Number two, you have to copy the same equation, right? So two times. So number two, you have 5x minus 6y is equals to negative 30. A while ago, it was positive 30, but this time it is negative 30, but they have a different value for your y. So 5x minus 6y is equals to negative 30. Are you seeing my screen? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you seeing my screen? Okay. So your y here is equals to 0 so that you can find your x-intercept. Always follow this procedure. Your x is 0 so that you can find your y-intercept. It is very important so that you can find your slope without knowing your x and y-intercept because it's only given the equation. Okay? So now let's substitute. You have 5x minus 6 times 0 is equals to negative 30. You have 5x, okay, minus 0 is equals to negative 30. Then you have 5x is equals to negative 30. You divide both sides by 5, and then your x is equals to negative 30 over 5. When you divide that, you will get negative 6. So therefore, your coordinate for your x-intercept is negative 6 and 0. That is your x-intercept. Next, for your y-intercept, substitute your x with 0 minus 6y is equals to negative 30. 5 times 0 is 0 minus 6y is equals to negative 30. You got negative 6y here is equals to negative 30. Of course, you have to eliminate negative 6 by dividing both sides by negative 6. So you can leave only here y is equals to negative 30 over negative 6. And when you divide that y, 30 divided by 6, you will end it up with positive 5. Okay? Therefore, your coordinate for your y-axis is 0. I mean, y-intercept is 0 and 5. Y-intercept. Now, graph that in order for you to find your slope. Okay? Your first x is negative 6. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have negative 6. Next, you have positive 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Your first point here is 6, negative 6, and 0. The other one is 0 and 5. Okay. You have to connect those 2 points in order for you to find your slope. Okay. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to graph that so that you can find the value of your slope. It is very important that you have the graphing paper so that you can get the exact value. Okay. In this case, I'm doing it manually and you can do the same thing so that you can see when you count it. Okay. Very important from now on. Now, in order for you to find your slope, what is the slope formula? It says m is equals to y over x, meaning this is your rise and this is your run. Remember that. So we're going to start from the bottom part. I don't know. So y From this point, you're going to start counting, going up. Okay, always start from the bottom part of the coordinates or the point. So going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So therefore, m is equals to 5. Next, going to this point, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got 6. So therefore, your slope is 5 over 6. You get that? Hello? Hello? Okay, so uh, just always remember how you will know if a slope is positive or negative. Can you give me an exact answer for that one? How you will know if a slope is a positive? Anybody? Okay, that's another when you're talking about the integer. But how about the direction of the arrow? Where is it heading when it is positive? Anybody? Going to the right. Yes, it's heading to the right. And if it is negative, the arrow is heading to the left. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, we're done in number 2. Now we're going to proceed to number 3. I hope you're following along, guys. Okay, number 3. We're going to do the same procedure, guys. You're going to start copying 5x plus 15y is equals to 45. And then copy that again. 5x plus 15y is equals to 45. Your y is equals to 0 so that you can find your x-intercept. Your x is equals to 0 so that you can find your y-intercept. Simple as that. Always copy and follow that procedure so that you don't get lost. Then substitute for the value of your y, which is 0, right? And equals to 45. So 5x plus 15, 0 is 0, is equals to 45. And then 5x is equals to 45. And then you divide both sides by 5. You cross it out. So x is equals to 45 over 5. And then x is equals to 9. So therefore, your x-intercept is 9 and 0. That is your x-intercept. Okay? Next, 5 times 0 plus 15y is equals to 45. And then this becomes 0 plus 15y is equals to 45. Then copy 15y is equals to 45. Divide both sides by 15 so that you can eliminate 15 and leave only the y. And then you ended up with 45 over 15. So when you divide that, your y becomes 3. So therefore, the coordinate for your y-intercept is 0 and 3. That is y-intercept. Next step, make a graph. Okay? Make a graph. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why I know that is direction? Well, because it's positive. So positive is always on the right side. Next, you got 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then you're going to make a line so that you can find your slope exact value. Okay? And then this one, there you go. Okay. The first point is 0 and 9 right there. Second point, 0 and 3. And then you have to connect that. Okay. What do you think is the slope here? Anybody can tell me? What is your slope right here? So from this point, you're going to start counting, going up. 1, 2, 3. So m is equals to y over x. So this is 3. And then from this point heading that way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9. And then you can simplify that one by dividing by 3 on both sides, right? So you ended up with m is equals to 1/3. Yes, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, that one will work only if your y and x value is 0. That will work. But if it becomes there's 1 or a value, then that will not gonna work, because you're going to use this formula: m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 is equals to x sub 2 minus x sub 1. That will work only if your y here is 0 and if your x here is 0. That will work. Okay, but if it's giving you a value now, then you have to use this kind of formula. Okay. Okay, so when you divide 3 divided by 3, you will get 1. And then when you divide 9 by 3, you will get 3. So that is your slope. But since the arrow is heading to the left, therefore your slope is what? Anybody? Anybody? If your call this arrow is heading to the left, what will be the value of your slope? Negative. So therefore that is negative 1/3. Okay? So always remember, look at the arrow. If the arrow is heading to the left, you put the negative sign. And if it is going to the right, you don't have to put any sign because that is considered positive. Okay? That's good observation, Devon. Okay? Saying that yes, you can do that. But the catch there is, what if it's already given the value for both of your x and y? Okay? Now let's proceed to number 4. Okay? Number 4, you have here 15x minus 3y is equals to negative 15. Okay? So what do you think? What do you think? What should I do? Anybody can tell me what should I do first? Okay, so you have 15x minus 3y is equals to negative 15. Okay? Okay, now what will be my next step? Just checking, guys. Okay, so what is my next step? Just want to make it sure that you know what you're doing. Tell me. Okay, so y is equals to 0, and then so that you can find your x-intercept, and then this is 0 so that you can find your y-intercept. Okay, so just follow that kind of procedure. Then proceed. You have 15, right? X minus 3 times 0 is equals to negative 15, right? So you have here 15x equals to 0 is equals to negative 15. So you have 15x is equals to negative 15. And then you divide both sides by 15, right? 15. So you ended up with negative 15 divided by 15. So you ended up with negative 1. So therefore, your x-intercept here uh, will be uh, negative 1 and 0. Okay, that will be your x-intercept. Are you following me here, guys? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. Okay, next. 15 times 0 minus 3y is equals to negative 15, right? And then you have right here uh, 0 minus 3y is equals to negative 15. So your negative 3y is equals to negative 15, right? So you divide both sides by negative 3, negative 3. So cross it out. So y is equals to negative 15 over negative 3. So when you divide that, you will get positive 5. So therefore, the coordinate here will be 0 and 5. And that is your y-intercept. Okay? So let's graph. What do you think will be the slope here? Is it positive or negative? Any guess? What will be your slope here? Okay, this is negative 1. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So this is first point, this is second point. And then when you connect those two, okay, right? So you have here, okay, just says negative 1 and 0, that is the first coordinate. Then the second one is, right? When you divide this one, you get negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. So therefore, this is your point. Okay, now, let's count. Since the arrow is heading to the right, okay, so therefore, your slope is what? Anybody can tell me? When your arrow, when your line is facing to the right, what does it mean? Hello? It's positive, okay? So you're going to count here. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your m is equals to 5 over 1, right? Which is 1. Okay? So therefore, when you divide that, your m is equals to what? 5. So that is your slope, positive 5. Okay, is there any question? Okay, so I want you to copy all of that. Copy that one, please, so that you can have credit. Yes. Okay, you're going to submit that on this. Okay, that one. Okay, that is the title, right? Warm up to 23 2021 slope intercept, so that you know where you're supposed to put that. Okay, question? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Hello? You have to take a picture of your work, not my work, okay? Your work, not my work. Okay, so once we get done, we're going to proceed to your classwork. Classwork is 222. Yes, we're going to discuss that. Okay? Okay, are we all set, guys? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, guys. Okay, so let's proceed now. So we're done with the warm up. Okay, we're going to proceed to your classwork. On your classwork, this is what you're supposed to be working on. Yes, what's the question? Yes, that's the one. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, so that's the one that we're going to work on. Okay, classwork 222 to 2021 slope intercept. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention so that you can see which one that we're trying to answer here. Okay, I want you guys to turn on your canvas so that I can see which work that you need help on. Where did we stop? Where did we stop? Number six. Okay. Number six. Which one? Which one? I know. Which one are you talking about? 136 or one something? Okay, 136. Okay. Remember I asked you what okay, what do you think is that slope? Is it positive or negative? That's the first thing you're going to ask. Okay? Okay. So, let me review you guys. Number 1, the slope is what? Is it positive or negative? Negative. Negative. Okay? Number 2, what is the slope? Is it positive or negative? Number 2, is it positive or negative? Hello guys. Are you be able to hear me? Okay, it's positive, right? Positive. So that is the first answer that you're supposed to put it in there. Okay. Number 3, what is it? Is it positive or negative? Positive. Okay. So therefore, you already have one answer, right? One answer for 1, 2, and 3. Next, the question is find the slope. Okay. So when you're finding the slope, all you have to do is to manually doing it. Okay. But the other way, if you don't have the graphing paper, I'm going to show it to you the other way around, right? This one. M is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay? This is page, okay, 136, so that you know which one are we working on. Okay? Okay, so can you tell me what is the coordinates given? Okay, for number 1, can you tell me what are the coordinates given? Hello? You have to help me here, guys. Okay, start on the bottom part. That will be your sub 1. Can you help me? Number 1, what is the bottom coordinate? Remember the bottom point and it has a coordinates. This one, okay? Oh, I told you, you have to turn on your canvas, okay? Your canvas classwork 222 in order for you to answer my question, okay? Because I'm sharing my screen, okay? This is the one that I'm asking you. Let me, okay, if you are going to share this one, if you're going to share this one, this is the one that I'm asking you. You have to turn on your, call this canvas. This is the one that I'm asking. This will always serve your first coordinate. Are you seeing this on your screen, guys? This will always serve as your first coordinate, the bottom point, and this will serve as your second coordinate, the upper part. The first, the second, the first, the second. Are we all set? Okay, now, could you please tell me what is the first coordinate? Can you tell me? Okay, 1 and 1. How about the second coordinate? What about the second coordinate? What is the second coordinate, guys? Hey, guys. Okay, so you have to help me here, guys. Okay, now you got your first coordinate, you have your second coordinate. You have to name it. This, yes, this is your x1, this is your y1, this is your x2, this is your y2. Are we clear on that one? Yes or no? Are we clear on this one? Okay, so again, you're going to write the coordinates given. Okay? And then you're going to name them. The first one, you're going to say x1 and then y1. The second coordinate is x2 and y2. And it's always in order. Now, you already named them. You are going to substitute. Can you tell me what is the value of y sub 2? Can you tell me what is the value? Yes, I can't hear you. Your y sub 2 first. What is the value of your y sub 2 or y2? What is the value of your y2? Okay, let me repeat again. This is your x1. This is your y1. This is your x2. And this is your y2. Now, can you tell me what is the value of y2? There you go, 3. And then you put a minus sign right there. What is the value of your y1? 1. What is the value of your x2? X2. What is the value of your x2, guys? Negative 4. Thank you. Minus. What is the value of your x1? 1. Okay. It's very important, guys, that you have to know your x1, x2, y1, and y2. Okay. Now, 3 take away 1. Anybody? 3 take away 1. Okay, good. Next, negative 4 minus 1. Remember the rule in integer, if they have the same sign, you copy the sign and then you add that number. So 4 plus 1. Hello? 5. So therefore, your slope is equals to 2 over negative 5. Okay? That's your answer. Okay, let's proceed to number 2. And then you said it's negative. There you go. It's negative 5, right? So your answer is correct. Okay, number 2. Can you tell me the coordinates? The first one on the bottom. Copy call this formula. M is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, can you tell me what is your first coordinate? For number 2, guys. You have to tell me. You have to help me out here so that I can help you as well. Give me the coordinate, the bottom part, the bottom point of number 2. Guys, are you with me? Tell me what is the coordinate for the first one. The first coordinate, the coordinate at the bottom. You have to tell me, guys. Are you with me? I know the x1 is right here. y2, y1, x2, x1. The coordinate I'm talking about is the points. It has a name. Remember, we did identify. Okay, this is the point that I'm talking about, guys. So that you don't get confused. Okay, I think you're kind of like confused. Okay, this one. Let me share my call this. Where's this one? This is the one that I'm talking about. Okay, are you seeing my screen? Hello? Are you seeing my screen? Could you please? Okay, when I say coordinate, okay, when I'm talking about coordinate, you start at the bottom part, okay? That's the first coordinate, and this is the second coordinate. This is the first coordinate, this is the second coordinate. That is the point that I'm talking about. If you're not gonna tell me, I'm not gonna be able to solve it because you have to tell me, guys. You understand that? I told you to have to open your canvas so that you can answer it. You cannot just guess. Okay, now you have to tell me. Can you tell me now? Okay, tell me. What is the first coordinate on number 2? Coordinates is always as x and y. Okay, I'm going to give you an example, okay? I'm going to tell you this. The first coordinate on number 2 is negative 3 and negative 1. Okay, now can you tell me what is the second coordinate? Can you please tell me? Okay, very good. 3 and 3. Now, after you identify those coordinates, you're going to name them. This is your x1. This is your y1. This is your x2. This is your y2. So do you understand now? The reason why we have to name them so that we can plug it in right here? Okay, now tell me, what is the value of your y2? Can you tell me what is the value of your y2? Y2. Y2. Okay, very good. Minus. The minus is always given, okay? Don't miss that one. Minus. Okay, what is the value of your y1? Okay, so negative 1. Next, what is the value of your x2? 3. Minus, what is the value of your x1? Again, what is the value of your x1? It's not 3. Yeah, x1. Negative 3. Okay? Now, remember the rule in integer? If you see double negative, you have to change that to plus, right? So you ended up with 3 plus 1. And then double negative, so you have 3 plus 3. Okay? Remember that. If double negative, you have to change that to plus. So therefore, what will be the value of your slope? 3 plus 1. Anybody? 3 plus 1? 4. 3 plus 3? 6. Can we simplify this 4 over 6? Yes, by dividing both by 2. Okay, so that you can get 2/3. So therefore, your slope is equals to 2/3. Okay? Next, number 3. Can you tell me? Okay, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 is equals to x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Can you tell me what is the first coordinate? Yes. Six over 3 is right here, right? 2/3. Yeah, 2/3. Okay. So can you tell me what is number 3 first coordinate? Anybody can tell me what? Okay, 2 and negative 3. Thank you. How about the second coordinate? Second 5 and 4. Now, once you get those coordinates, you have to start writing the name. This is my x1. This is my y1. Okay, y1. This is my x2. This is my y2. So do you understand now? Hello? Okay, now, can you tell me what is the value of your y2? Y2, please. Y2, 4. Minus, what is your y1? Negative 3. Okay, what is your x2? 5. Minus, what is your x1? Okay, now remember the rule. If they have double negative, you have to change that to plus. So you ended up with 4 plus 3 over 5 take away 2 is equals to, right? So that is what? 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3, 7. 5 take away 3. So therefore, your slope is what? Very good. Okay. So you understand now how you get the slope? Okay. So you're going to use the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay? So that's what you could. Yes. Okay, so this one is on page 136. So you're done on page 136. Now let's going to proceed to number page 137. What do you mean 6? Okay, what do you mean 6 together? No, we're still in 137, page 137. Page. You're too advanced. 137. We just finished page 136. Now we're on page 137. So on page 137, you're going to do 4. Okay, these are the graph that you have. So this one. So you have here, this is your x and this is your y. So you have 2 and 10, and then 4 and 15, and then you have 6 and 20, and then you have 8 and 25. Now, in order for you to find, it says here, the points represented by the table lie on a line. How can you find the slope of the line from the table? What is the slope of a line? Okay, as you notice here, you can pick either points right here by applying your m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So you can pick this point and this point, or this point and this point. Still, you're going to get the same value of your slope. Okay, so let's use that. So this, I'm going to pick this one. So you have 2 and 10, and then you have 4 and 15. This represent your x1, this represent your y1, this represent your x2, this represent your y2. You get that? Now, m is equals to, your y2 is 15 minus 10, and then your x2 is 4 minus 2. So when you subtract that, you ended up with 5 over 2. So therefore, my slope is equals to 5 over 2. Now, if I'm going to pick this point, let's check. So m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. I'm going to pick these two coordinates, and let's find out if they have the same value of slope. So first coordinate, you have 6 and 20. Second coordinate, you have 8 and 25. This is my x1, this is my y1, this is my x2, this is my y2. You understand that part? Now let's substitute. M is equals to 25 minus 20 over 8 minus 6. So you have here 5 over 2. So you ended up right here, m is equals to 5 over 2. So it's the same answer, right? So it's the same answer. Got it? So that's how you're going to solve it. Okay, for number 4. Now for number 5. Number 5, you do the same thing. Okay? Number 5, you're going to copy the table. So you have here x and then y, right? So the first value, you have 5 and negative 12, and then 5 and negative 9, and then here 5 and negative 6, and then last you got 5 and negative 3. Okay, now we're going to find out it will form a slope. Okay, if it forms a slope, either it is gonna be a positive or a negative. You know when there is a slope because the direction of a line, whether it's going to the left or going to the right, that's how you identify the slope. But it will form a straight line, you will not gonna find any slope at all. Okay, especially the vertical one. Okay, let's check. So applying the m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You can pick any points right here. So I'm going to pick these 2 points, these 2 coordinates. So you have 5 and negative 12, and then 5 and negative 9. I'm going to name this my x1, my y1, my x2, my y2. Okay? Now, let's translate or call this a substitute. My y2 is negative 9 minus negative 12, right? Next, 5 minus 5. So I can change this one because the rule is double negative, supposed to be plus negative 9 plus 12, right? And then this is 5 minus 5. Okay, now, negative 9 plus 12, you're going to take away because they have different signs. So therefore, your answer is going to be 3. So 5 take away 5 is 0. Now, when you divide 3 by 0, you will get a 0, right? So therefore, your slope is 0. Meaning, is either a vertical or horizontal line. Let's check. Let's check. Remember, as I have told you, you will know if a line has a slope when the direction of the line either going to the left or going to the right. Those are the two direction of the slope. But if the line not facing on that direction, your slope might be 0 or undefined. Okay, let's check. So the coordinate you have here for your x's are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this one, your y is negative 3, negative 6, negative 9, negative 12. Okay, so your first point, 5 and 12, right here. 5 and 12. Actually, yeah. So that you can see which my explanation. Okay. Okay, look. First point you have here. Your first point is 5 and negative 12. 5 and negative 12. That's the first point. Second point, 5 and negative 9. Third point, you have 5 and negative 6. And then last one is 5 and 3. What have you noticed? It formed a vertical line. Okay? Can you do the rise over run? No. So therefore, your slope is 0 because it's not facing to the left or it's not facing to the right. And that's the reason why your slope is 0, meaning it's a vertical line. Vertical line m is equals to 0. Okay, try to remember that, guys. If it is a vertical line, automatically your slope is 0. Okay, next for number page 138. Okay, page 138. Are you with me? Okay, so on page 138, Okay, how about that one? You see it? Okay. Devon, you were asking your page 138, right? Okay, on page 138, you're going to answer only number 6, 7, and 8. Okay, number 6. The question is find the slope and y-intercept of the graph of the linear equation. Find the slope first. Okay, let's find the y-intercept. Remember what was the formula that we have when we're looking for the y-intercept and x-intercept? So this is what we're going to do. Yes? What do you mean number 6? You have to scroll down. Scroll down. Are you on page 138? No, you have to scroll down. The page it gets kind of mixed up, okay? After 137, it jumped to 139. So 138 is go all the way down the your classwork. Scroll it down. Okay, so number 6, your equation is y is equals to negative 6x plus 1. Remember, you have to find first your x and y intercept. So you have y is equals to negative 6x plus 1. Okay. Your y is equals to 0 so that you can find your x intercept. Your x is equals to 0 so that you can find your y intercept. Okay? Okay, now let's substitute. 0 is equals to negative 6x plus 1. Opposite of that. So you have that negative 1 is equals to negative 6x, right? You divide this by negative 6, negative 6. So your x is equals to 1/6. Okay? Or you can change this 1/6 into a decimal. Okay, let me check that. So 1 divided by 6 so that your x is equals to 1 divided by 6. It will be 0.16. So therefore, your coordinate here is 0.16 and 0. Okay, so that is your x-intercept. Next, for this one, you have right here y is equals to negative 6 times 0 plus 1. So y is equals to 0 plus 1. So your y is equals to 1. So therefore, coordinate is 1 and 0 and 1. So that is your y-intercept. Okay. Now, we have to graph this in order for us to find the slope. Okay. So you have right here, right? 1 is, this is positive 1. That is 1. And this is where your 0.6 is. Okay. And then the other one is 1 right there. Okay. So you have to grab it right here. Okay, now, in order for us to find the slope of this one, we're going to apply this m is equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, let's find the coordinates first. What are the coordinates? So you have 16. Which one? Okay. Okay. So, in order for us to know that, we have to use this one, and then the other one is 0 and 1. Okay, Devon said yes, it will work because the zeros, the x and the y's are 0, so we can say that the graph, the slope of this one is this 1 over 0.16. Okay, and then if you divide that, okay, 1 divided by 0.16, your answer will be m is equals to 6.25. Okay? Simple as that. You don't have to look for the y is equals to 2. I mean, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, because your x and y are 0. All you have to do is to put y, which is represent 1, and then your x represent 0.6. So you ended up with this one, 1 over zero point 0.6. Okay, so that's it, y over x. What? Which one? This one? That one? Is that what you're saying? Go down or go up? Okay. Okay, so this is your 6, right? Can you see it, Gio? Okay, for number 7. Number 7, yes? Okay, you have to double click or you have to log out and then come back. Okay, the others can see it. It's something to do with your internet connection, guys. Okay, so 7, y is equals to 8. Okay, so in this case, it's only y is given. So therefore, every time you see this one, therefore your x is 0 and then your y is 8. So you just grab that one. So this is 0. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that one. So therefore, your graph is like this. Okay, there you go. That is your graph. So therefore, your m is equals to 0. Why? You cannot move. Remember, if it is vertical, slope is equals to 0. That's like this one, like this one, number 5. It's the same thing as that one. Okay, it's on along the y-intercept, the y the y-axis. So when it is a y-axis, it means that's a vertical. When it's a vertical line, your slope is 0. Okay, number 8. Number 8. Okay, number 8, you have here x plus 4y is equals to negative 10. X plus 4y is equals to negative 10. Again, you have to find your y and x intercept. So your y is equals to 0 so that you can find your x intercept. Your x is equals to 0 so you can find your y intercept. Okay, so you have here x plus 4 times 0 is equals to negative 10. So x plus 0 is equals to negative 10. So therefore your x is equals to negative 10. Coordinate here is negative 10 and 0. Here, your x is 0 plus 4y is equals to negative 10. So 4y is equals to negative 10. You divide 4 on both sides. So your y is equals to negative 10 over 4. Or your y is equals to 10 divided by 4 is equals to 2.5. Negative 2.5. Okay? Or your coordinate is 0 and negative 2.5. Are you be able to see it? Okay, when you graph this, okay, when you graph that, one is negative 10 is right here, negative 10. And then the other one is negative 2.5 is right there. Okay, so when you connect that, it's heading to the left. So therefore, you know that your slope is gonna be what? Negative, right? Yeah. So therefore, your slope here is, let's say, Devon says your y, so you have negative 2.5 over negative 10. So your answer here is going to be m is equals to 2.5 over 10. And then you can divide that, okay? Because you want to have a whole number in there. 2.5 divided by 10. So your answer is m is equals negative 0.25. That is your slope. Okay, this is number 8 and that is number 7. Okay, so we're done on page 138. Not yet. Are we done on page 130 in the number 6? Okay, now let's proceed to number 139. Okay? 139 is this one. It says right here, number 4 and number 9 to number 11. Okay? So you have only 3 questions. 139. Question. Graph the linear equation, identify the x-intercept. Very easy, right? Number 9, you have y is equals to 4x, right? Minus 4. X-intercept, okay? Which one? What's number 8? Are you be able to see it? Okay. Okay, for number 9 is going to look for the x-intercept. So your y is equals to 0 so that you can find your x-intercept. Okay? That's the only thing they're asking you, not the y-intercept. So therefore, y is equals to 4x minus 4. You substitute 0 is equals to 4x minus 4. Then move that positive 4, positive 4. So you ended up with 4 is equals to 4x, right? And then you divide both sides by 4. So you ended up with 1 is equals to, 4 over 4 is equals to x. And then when you divide that, you will get x is equals to 1. So therefore, your x-intercept here is 1 and 0. Okay? This says here, graph the linear equation. Okay, so in order for us to graph it, we have to find the y-intercept. So, but we already answer right here. X-intercept is equals to 1 and 0. Okay, now let's find the y-intercept so that we can graph to satisfy the, call this what they're asking for. So you have y is equals to 4x minus 4. So you have y is equals to 4 times 0 minus 4. So y is equals to 0 minus 4. So y is equals to negative 4. So therefore, it is 0 and negative 4. Okay, so that's your y-intercept. That's graph. Okay, the first one is positive 1. The second one is negative 4 right here. There you go. That's the graph. Okay, that's the graph. Okay, this one is 1 and 0. The other one is 0 and negative 4. Okay, that's the point. Okay, I hope you're seeing it. Okay, next, are you being seeing it? Okay, number 10. Are you still there, guys? 3x plus y is equals to negative 3. Let's do it. 3x plus y is equals to negative 3. So y is equals to 0 so that you can find your x-intercept. X is equals to 0 so you can find your y-intercept. Okay? But we only need the x-intercept. But we need this one so that we can graph. So you have 3x plus y is equals to negative 3. 3x plus 0. Yes. What you can see. It's already here. It's all in the screen. I don't know what can I do. It's already clear. Now can you please okay, can you see it now? How about that? I think it's something to do with the connection. Huh? I don't know what can I do? Okay. So your x, 3x is equals to negative 3. You divide 3 on both sides. So your x is equals to negative 3 over 3. And x is equals to negative 1. So this one is negative 1 and 0. That is your x-intercept. This one you have 3 times 0 plus y is equals to negative 3. So your y is equals to negative 3. That is your 0 and negative 3 y-intercept. Now, let's graph. Okay? So, did they ask you about the, yeah, it did not ask you for the slope. They're just asking you the x-intercept and graph. So the other one is negative 1, is right there. And then the other one is this one, 1, 2, 3. That is 0. And then when you graph that, definitely, okay, there you go. That's the graph. This one is negative 1 and 0. This one is 0 and negative 3. Okay? So that is the graph. So they're asking you, what is your x-intercept? Your x-intercept is equals to negative 1 and 0. Okay? Okay, the last number. Number 11. Just copy whatever you can because I have to okay, anyway, we don't have enough time. Okay, copy whatever you can and then after that you submit. Number 11. Okay, number 11. Okay, number 11 is x plus 2y is equals to 6. So x plus 2y is equals to 6. So your y is equals to 0, your x is equals to 0, right? So you have x plus 2 times 0 is equals to 6. So x is plus 0 is equals to 6, so x is equals to 6. Or you have 6 and 0. Here you have 0 plus 2y is equals to 6, so 2y is equals to 6. You divide 2 on both sides, so your y is equals to 6 over 2. Your y is equals to 3. So therefore, the coordinate is 0 and 3. Okay, when you graph that, you will get this one. 6 and 0. The other one is 0 and 3. Okay, that's it. Your x-intercept is equals to 6. Gio, I don't understand why you're always yelling. Okay, could you please say it nicely? Okay, you have to go back to the canvas so that you understand what your question is. Right there. Can you see it? Okay, guys, you be able to see all the explanation. I hope you copy it so that you have work to submit. Okay. Okay, guys. Are you still there, guys? Hello? Okay, make sure you submit your work, okay, so they can get credit on this, the classwork. Okay, I'll see you on Friday.